independent candidate, constitutional activist. You're awake to the Federal Reserve, and can you go over some of your platform issues but especially what it's like to work inside the system? You're saying at first they didn't take notice and mess with you, but
right. 2010 was the first year I ran for Congress, and I think the strategy from the incumbent Democrat Steve Israel was just, okay, let's throw this guy in the debate. He'll flounder around, waste clock time and all this stuff, and help him get reelected. It turns out I wound up winning the debate, and I met one of his staffers who confirmed this months after. Tells me, we were all laughing behind his back that his little plan, kind of in a sense backfired, even though he got reelected. He didn't think he would perform very well, and then you turned around and you beat him. So it was kind of a Rocky style victory for me in 2010, and I almost felt that way in 2012 also, rather, when I ran the second time. What happened was this weird character, Michael McDermott, debuted his campaign at No Labels, which is a Michael Bloomberg, Howard Schultz, who's the CEO of Starbucks, are both ultra liberals, founded this No Labels saying Michael McDermott debuts, he wants to run for Congress, and on their agenda is getting rid of the filibuster. He mirrors me in the Republican primary. Goes to stores where my campaign signs are up and harasses the store owners that his should be up there too. Collects all these Republican signatures, or claims to, and then doesn't send them in. He was very strange in the libertarian debates, joking about bribes, and then they push him through the nomination process, broke several party bylaws because he didn't secure the nomination on his own, because I had actually won one of the county endorsements, and it's a tri-county district, part of Queens, part of Nassau, part of Suffolk, and according to their bylaws, all three counties had to be in unison in order to have a candidate. Otherwise, there is no candidate for their party. So then in the general election debate, all four candidates were in, he's being a little too chummy with the incumbent Steve Israel, and I had a pretty good feeling why. It was kind of obvious to me they were working together, but nobody else was really seeing it. And then after
isn't that interesting?
Right. But then in the 2014 debate, he went on to become the Libertarian Party's gubernatorial candidate, and there are whole big pushes to get 50,000 votes for him or more so they can become a recognized party for the state, therefore making their ballot access a whole lot easier than their ballot access is now, because if you're an unrecognized party, it's an uphill battle to get on the ballot. But once you're recognized, once you qualify, it becomes a lot easier. So my concern is I think they might qualify this time. They almost qualified last time, and then so what happens if they qualify? They're just a puppet party for the Democrat Party. The person that wrote the article about this gubernatorial debate, finally somebody else other than me picks up on it, writes an article about it, and said the only thing missing between Michael McDermott, the Libertarian candidate, and Andrew Cuomo, the Democrat incumbent, the only thing missing between these guys was a chest bump. That's how heavy the bromance was, and that they actually wound up giving each other this thumbs up with one hand and handshake with the other hand, this thumbs up, wink, wink, nudge, nudge type deal. And McDermott was, the whole time trying to do damage control, said that, Andrew Cuomo really didn't mean it when he said that conservatives don't belong in New York State. Why would a candidate say something like that about another candidate unless they were working with them?
Well, it's a two-party wing crime system, I guess. You've been an activist for a number of years now. I mean, where do you see the big picture of things going? There's a lot of cynicism, a lot of people who just don't buy into the system.
I'm very cynical. Yeah.
That's pretty much all I am. I'm just stuck in the mud because I don't believe in this stuff anymore.
Well, it's rough because, we're dealing with, a bunch of criminals, and, and you're trying to legally remove a bunch of criminals, and it's not very easy when they're
criminals don't follow the law.